Hi everyone, how are you? Let's start today's lesson. Today, we are going to cover basic concept of and approaches to conflict resolution. The first topic is about root causes and problem solving, and the second topic is about stakeholder analysis, and the third topic is about conflict-sensitive approach. The conflict-sensitive approach is also known as do no harm. Before moving into today's topic, let me briefly explain about the history of the field. I have uploaded a book called Interactive Conflict Resolution written by Ron Fisher to our Waseda Moodle. The book provides a historical overview and the development of the field of conflict resolution. So if you are interested in, please take a look. In this book, Fisher describes conflict resolution in this way. Conflict resolution is not seen as a single or time-limited outcome, but as a complex process of de-escalation and reconciliation that develops over time to the point where new qualities and the mechanisms exist in the relationship to allow for a constructive settlement of disputes. Fisher describes interactive conflict resolution in this way and argues that effective and constructive face-to-face interaction among representatives of the parties themselves is required to understand and resolve complex intercommunal and international conflict. To describe the development of the field of conflict resolution, Fisher identifies three figures. They are the fathers of the field of conflict resolution. John Burton, an Australian diplomat, has coined the term deep-rooted conflict. Based on his experience as a diplomat, he found that when we faced with a deep-rooted conflict, the conventional or traditional diplomatic approach would not be able to generate an effective solution. As an alternative to diplomatic approach, he invented what he called controlled communication, which later evolved as the problem-solving approach. It is this problem-solving approach that interactive conflict resolution are based, and we are going to cover this problem-solving approach in our course. Because it was invented as an alternative to classical diplomatic approach, it has some innovative and unique features. First, it emphasizes the role of third parties, who can maintain independent and objective relationship vis-a-vis the parties or the issues that are in conflict. And also, it emphasizes the importance of analysis as a means to diagnose the remedies. It places analysis at the core of its approach. And the analysis can be done by the parties themselves with the support of the third parties, who are experts of the process. That is why it was originally named as controlled communication. The second figure is Herbert Kelman. He is a social psychologist, and from the psychological point of view, he has contributed to the establishment of the problem-solving approach. He also underlined the importance of a pre-negotiation before entering into a formal negotiation between diplomats. In the pre-negotiation, a group of representatives from the parties, together with the third party's experts, meet and discuss and analyze the situation. Because pre-negotiation session is conducted by informal representatives of the parties together with the third-party experts. Representatives from the parties also includes like academics or the business person who has a direct link or a close relationship with the decision maker in each party. Normally, if the negotiation is undertaken between the formal representative of the parties, they are called like formal peace negotiation. This kind of a format is called track 1. On the other hand, this pre-negotiation session is often called the track 2 approach because it is discussed by an informal representative, not the formal government representatives. Because Kelman involved in Israeli-Palestinian conflict, he emphasized the importance of creating safe environment in which the parties can freely discuss a creative solution. If a group of informal representatives can discuss creatively and arrive at a certain conclusion or solution, they can go back to their own parties and talk to their decision makers. Because those who are at the problem-solving workshop are not official members or official representatives, what they have discussed and what they have agreed are not binded. Because they are not binded to the agreement, they can be creatively discuss the conflict. Because such an attempt can be used as an experiment for the formal actors. This is another innovative features of the problem-solving approach. In other words, by problem-solving approach alone, you may not be able to conclude a formal peace agreement. However, it can serve as a pre-negotiation session for the formal negotiation. The third figure is Edward Azar. He has coined the term protracted social conflict. In his protracted social conflict approach, what I would like to underline is that he selected identity group as a unit of analysis, unlike the traditional international relations that uses a nation-state as a unit of analysis. And this is very much related to today's learning point, that is the source of conflict. In this model, he argues that the deprivation or denial of basic human needs are the source of conflict. According to him, human needs include a needs for security, needs for access, and needs for acceptance. Needs for security is quite obvious, is your physical safety. Needs for access include political participation or access to the economic resources or decision making. The needs for acceptance include that your identity group are recognized. So your source of identity such as culture, way of doing, the values are respected. To recap, these three figures are the founding fathers of the field of conflict resolutions, and they have invented an alternative approach to traditional diplomatic negotiation. Hopefully, in this course, we can learn these alternative approaches so that we can come up with the creative approaches to dealing with a protracted or deep-rooted conflict.